fun.
I know, I'm so excited. Oh, hold on, forgot my...
You have a little drink? Okay.
I do.
I can get a drink. I have a glass of water.
You have a glass of water? I feel like I'm being interviewed.
I know. No. This is much more casual than that. This is not an interview. This is a catch-up.
A ketchup?
Yeah. Like the condiment.
Does it taste as good as it?
Thank you so much for hopping on today, Zach. It is great to virtually hang out with you.
It is so great to see you virtually,
It's been such a long time.
I know. When's the last time I saw you? Almost a year.
It was like February. Wait a second. Was it Haley's birthday?
No. We did the one sentence script.
Oh.
So when was that?
How could I forget? That was like in March.
How could you forget? That was in March. So yeah, almost. I mean, that's in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's almost been a year.
I mean, I'm really proud of us for getting together and making that video happen. Why is this falling? So tell me, Zach, where have you spent most of your days?
I've actually spent a lot of my days here in LA. My family and I have been very, cautious about this whole COVID thing. So I've only spent probably like 3 weeks out of this entire year in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you haven't usually spent that long away from home, have you?
No, I actually only moved out here a year and 3 months ago. I was thinking about that this morning. And 4 months into me being here, the whole world shut down. And I was like,
What?
I can't go home.
Like, I feel like it's the worst possible introduction to LA. Like, you come here and it's like you're in jail. You can't leave, and it's not the city that you thought you signed up for. That really sucks, man. I promise when it all blows over, you will love LA more than you do right now.
I still love it. I mean, the hikes are open. I try to stay away as much as possible, but there are some secluded ones that are like, okay, with my mask on, I feel pretty good.
Right. I remember when it first got bad in LA, they shut down all the hikes, and I kid you not, that was the moment where I started to lose my sanity. I said, I can't even go outside. I can't leave my house.
Today actually starts my first day of quarantine for family reunion.
Okay, so tell me about that. You're on a new show, Family Reunion.
Yes.
What is your character? What is your arc? Tell me everything.
I played Dion. So initially he's introduced as Shaka's karate instructor. Then he kind of has this thing for his older sister, Jade. So they become a couple. And that's kind of where we are. We started filming season 2 in February of 2020.
Wow.
And I'm going back next year. Or not next year, next week, a year later. So
wow,
things are moving very, very slow. But yeah, hopefully it comes out this year on Netflix.
So nobody's even seen you yet? It hasn't even come out? That's crazy.
Nope. The first season is out on Netflix. Mm-hmm. The first season's out.
But you know what's good about all of this is that even through the midst of all this craziness, they still brought you back. Like, that is the biggest honor.
That was kind of cool to think about, because especially now that, budgets are getting tighter, I feel so lucky and grateful to have a job amidst all of this.
Yeah. And a good one, because that's a great show.
It is. And it's funny because I actually had never heard of the show until I auditioned for it. And come to find out, my brothers love the show. They've seen every single episode from the very beginning. And it's now that I'm, seeing more about it, it's like, oh wow, this is super popular. I mean, it's Tia Mowry and Loretta Devine and Richard Grounchy,
I know.
Legends.
It's insane. Yeah. So you've done a lot of things before COVID. Even in the middle of COVID, things were still airing. But I have to say, one of your projects that I loved was I'm Not Okay With This, and I think we were all really distraught to hear that it was canceled.
Yeah. It was kind of shocking. I mean, we kind of all expected to go back, but we weren't really sure, especially because of COVID, how could you possibly film, and this was at the very beginning of COVID when, no resolution was in sight, everything was just kind of taken by storm. So it kind of sucks, but I'm also happy with the way it ended. Yeah. It just kind of leaves it open for people to, kind of can conclude on their own.
Yeah, it almost felt like it's something that I feel like they could almost wrap up with like a really intense movie one day. Not sure that they would, but it felt like the prequel of something really epic. Like when it ended, it was just like the first page of the story, which I thought was an interesting way to like arc a season.
Right, but it's also fun. Well, that's because we were anticipating going back.
Yeah.
The second season was actually completely written too.
Wow, that is so heartbreaking. And I loved your character. He was like the cool, fun guy. The second you came on screen, I was so proud. I was like, Zach, yes!
But also, too, like, as an artist, like, when someone gravitates to your character like that, and you probably know that from dating, too, is like, that's so special. It's like, I didn't expect people to, have people started rooting for like a redemption arc in the next season, and I was like, yo, what?
Yeah, you just think like, oh, I'm along for the ride, but people are actually signaling you out.
He's a feel-good type of guy. People like to have him around.
Yeah, and I saw yesterday actually Kia, who was with Oz and I and Frankie, she actually posted about seeing Hellstrom, and
she did. I saw that.
So that's on Hulu.
Yes.
And your character was like, it was possessed. You were possessed, but you were also kind of a badass, right?
Almost. Like.
What do you mean almost?
When he was possessed, essentially, like from in the like actor standpoint, the breakdown was just like college frat guy. So you could probably be like, okay, yeah, he likes to have fun and party, but from where the story takes place, he is possessed, and the aftermath of that, he's kind of dealing with like anxiety and PTSD.
Yeah.
From everything that occurred while he was being taken over by this demon.
Yeah, I saw the action sequence, and I mean, you did so well.
Thank you.
Was that
was
tough?
My first time. My first day of stunt training, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it's funny because I remember on I Am Frankie, you guys did stunt training too. But I never had any. I never had any scenes where I had to do stunts or fights, so I was left out of that.
I started laughing because I was the worst. I was the literal worst. Like I couldn't do a somersault. Like they had everybody line up, including like the adults, mind you. All of the adults did a somersault but me. I was like, am I the least capable human here?
No. Yes, you're definitely stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, but
for sure
you made it look really natural.
Well, thank you.
I felt
lots of repetition.
I just thought you were possessed. I didn't even, I was like, well, that's actually what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course. But you told me that also got canceled?
It did. There's something going on with like a certain division closing down at Marvel, so I don't think they're no longer producing television. So I think this was the last of the Marvel series that were, ever going to be produced.
Man, that's a bummer though. You've done some great stuff, and I'm so happy to hear that you at least have like a consistent show that you're on right now.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just scary. You kind of bank on going back for something, and then they both get canceled due to COVID. It's like, yo, you're really like taking everything away from people.
Yeah, it's very sad out there. So during this whole like year, we're just gonna say it's been a year. It's been just about a year. What have you been doing when you're not on set to keep yourself sane?
Hiking as much as possible. Working out. I actually started taking this fitness class. It's like a boot camp type of thing.
Ooh.
And I do that from home, of course. It's every day you can sign up to log on or whatever, and you just join the trainer. And that, maybe self-tapes too.
Yeah.
I've been getting a decent amount, just kind of trucking away at things,
Yeah, finding things to do with your day. I've got to ask you, Zach, are you using your 2 saxophones?
I am not. I actually don't even think I've touched my saxophone since I've been in my new place.
That's hilarious. I'm just kidding. I bring that up because you know I helped you move in.
I know.
And when I say help you, I mean I did it for you.
Literally, like while I was across the country.
Listen, when I was moving your stuff, I literally I picked up a saxophone and I brought it upstairs, and then I went back downstairs, and there was I thought I was going crazy. There was a saxophone. I was like, wait a second. I literally just brought this upstairs. And then your roommates started giving you shit for having two. And they were like, oh, no, that's his second. Yeah. He has two saxophones. But I just remember that very vividly because I also, once upon a time, played the saxophone. So
yes! Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I gotta say I'm disappointed in you, Zach. You should really start playing with not one, but two. You need to play
both of them. They should both get some love. You know what? When this video comes out, I will post a video of me playing both of my saxophones. There we go.
I would love that. Zach, I would love that.
Perfect. Oh,
because
really?
You posted a video of you playing the piano, and that was like incredible. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Serenade me. Go ahead. Play something for me. If you want. You don't have to.
Wait, oh really?
Yeah, if you want to play something. I don't know.
What do you want me to play?
I don't know. What do you know how to play?
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh my, you read my mind. No, I was literally thinking play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm not even kidding.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I was really thinking that.
Then that's all you get.
Thank you. Okay, I look forward to the saxophone video. That just made my whole day. Thank you very much. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Because sometimes I just daydream about a world before COVID. And
don't we all?
All the events that I just used to, take for granted. And I thought about the TV Academy events. And one of the most memorable nights is the night that I took you to the National Geographic thing, and we met Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett, what? Yo, thinking about that night still gets me excited. I'm shaking thinking about that.
Oh my god!
And we also got our air plant.
Oh my god! Listen, I gotta be honest. I still don't know if that thing was real. Was it real?
I honestly don't know, and I don't know where it is.
No, I lost mine in the move, and I say lost, I mean I threw it away. But what happened was I didn't know if it was actually alive, and I didn't know how to feed it. I mean, I guess you don't. It's an air plant.
Yeah, I think it just survives off of air. And if someone's watching this and this is completely false information, there's no such thing as an air plant. Say something.
Yeah.
Oh, pre-COVID, man.
It's so good. And I was going to say the downfall of that one plant was that you couldn't take it out of the container that they gave it to us in.
Yeah, that was so weird.
It was bulky, and I got to be honest, I threw my little air plant away. It just didn't work. It didn't work with my area.
It didn't work out.
But, yeah, I was just reminiscing about that the other day, and I cannot wait to take you to another TV Academy event, you know what I mean?
Please do.
I don't even remember what I did as a normal person. I'm trying to think, we hung out a lot. What did we even do? We did go hiking sometimes.
We went, but we also helped with a lot of self-tapes, too.
We did. That was...
a lot of the 5C events.
Yes.
Church a couple times.
We did do that. Plus, you're one of my favorite people to read with. When I get back in LA, I would love to do self-tapes with you again.
Say less, because likewise. Ugh, no one else in this world can do self-tapes like Nicole. Let's just say that.
Are you for real?
No, seriously. I love self-taping with you.
Oh my goodness, that's the best compliment ever. Thank you, Zach.
Of course.
Is there anything that you want to share or say?
I'm just so glad that you're doing this YouTube thing, this segments, chatting with everyone. It just makes me miss I Am Frankie. I think that was such a pivotal moment in everyone's lives in that cast. I can't, I wouldn't be here without it. So it's so nice to just take a moment to look back and reflect and just be thankful for it,
It's so true. No matter where we go in our careers, that's always going to be my first big thing. And
exactly.
It's going to feel like my first family,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, you guys are just still so much part of my life, and I really miss it. I miss hanging out with you.
That and Miami.
Oh, Miami was great. I miss the salty donut.
Oh, I don't think I ever tried salty donut.
No.
I was always down for Morelia's. and
oh yes,
Beer and Burger, B&B.
You know that place got closed down. That's very sad.
I saw that.
So sad. Yeah, we had our guilty pleasures in Miami.
We did.
There was one day, though, that Carson and I, it was the only day towards the end of season 2 that we both did not have to be there. We didn't know what to do. We were like, we have a free day. So we went to the Salty Donut, and we got like a dozen or 2 dozen donuts, and we brought them to the set. And we were just
I feel like I remember that.
Everybody have a donut. Did you not get one?
No, I remember you bringing donuts. And we're like, wait, what are you guys doing here?
We were just like, we're bored. We want to see you guys. We miss you guys. It was one day too long. Your camera died.
It died.
As we were saying in our nice little wrap up there, let's fly to Miami just for Salty Donut.
You got it. I will meet you there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being my lovely guest today. It was so fun catching up with you.
Thank you for having me. I miss you. Catch up soon.
Yes, miss you too, man.